The ultimate catalogue of McDonnell Douglas. From the first aircraft to the final Mach 2 Plus intercept, witness the evolution. First up, Douglas Aircraft Company, 1921 to 1967. The company's first torpedo bomber, proving its worth with the Navy in the early 20s. Starting point for a legendary lineage. Historic pioneer completing the first flight around the globe. Basically, a modified torpedo bomber built for ultimate endurance, adventure at its finest. Army Air Corps observation standard. Reliable, sturdy, stayed in service for years, exactly what military aviators needed. First dedicated military transport aircraft. Proved that moving troops and cargo by air wasn't just possible, it was practical. Massive twin-engine torpedo bomber designed for carriers. Bold experiment paving the way for future naval aviation. Versatile flying boat, serving Coast Guard and wealthy private owners. Could land on water or runways with equal ease. High-wing observation plane with unique gull-wing design. Looked futuristic for the early 30s, but saw limited production. Dependable National Guard workhorse. Handled observation and light transport throughout the mid-30s without complaint. First monoplane bomber entering Army service. Massive jump in speed and technology over those old biplanes. Sleek twin-engine observation plane, incredibly fast for its time, showed the world Douglas could build high-performance military aircraft. Started the legendary DC series, only one ever built, but it set the foundation for modern commercial air travel forever. Improved observation plane with stronger wing, built to handle the rigors of field operations without breaking down. Last of the classic high-wing observation planes, served right up until World War II started changing everything. Based on the famous DC-2, this bomber filled gaps during the late 30s, mostly served coastal patrol and training roles. Navy's first all-metal monoplane torpedo bomber. Played a tragic but heroic role in the early Pacific battles. Massive four-engine experimental airliner. Never reached production, but the lessons learned led directly to the successful DC-4. Hybrid transport, combining parts from two different DC models. Reliable military service just before the war kicked off. Military DC-5 version serving Navy and Marines. Unique high-wing design made loading cargo and personnel much easier. Sleek refinement of the earlier Bolo bomber. Much faster, but ended up mostly doing transport and testing work. Versatile light bomber, loved by crews for speed and agility. Fought on every major front during World War II. Dive bomber that changed history at Midway. Incredibly rugged and accurate under the most intense pressure imaginable. Originally for export, this attack plane saw limited service as a trainer. Evolution of earlier Northrop designs. Perhaps the most famous transport ever built. Carried paratroopers into battle and kept Allied supply lines moving. Long-range transport becoming the Berlin airlift backbone. Could carry heavy loads across entire oceans without breaking a sweat. Fast, powerful attack bomber, serving in 3 different wars. Stayed active long after many peers retired to museums. Giant of its time, carrying massive cargo amounts. Paved the way for the heavy lifters we see today. Legendary piston engine attack plane, thriving in the jet age. Famous for incredible payload capacity and ability to absorb punishment. Military version of the DC-6. Comfortable and reliable long-distance transport serving for decades. Specialized night fighter, scoring history's first jet versus jet night kill. Built around a powerful radar system, affectionately called Old Shaky. This massive plane could swallow tanks and trucks. Heavy lift champion of the 50s. Delta-winged interceptor, designed to climb like a rocket. Held multiple speed and altitude records during its short career. Largest and heaviest aircraft ever operating from carrier decks. Served as bomber, tanker, and electronic warfare platform. Ultimate evolution of piston-powered airliners. Offered fast, non-stop transcontinental flights before jets took over completely. Small but mighty attack jet, known as Heinemann's Hot Rod. Simple, agile, stayed in service over half a century. Turboprop giant, built to carry ballistic missiles. Only aircraft of its time handling such massive loads successfully. Advanced Skyray development, even faster and more capable. Only a few built for testing and research purposes, Military DC-9 version, used for medical evacuations, saved countless lives flying patients to specialized care facilities. Unique electronic warfare training platform based on commercial jet. Simulated enemy threats during Navy exercises. Continuing with McDonnell Aircraft Company, 1939 to 1967. Early pulse-jet-powered target drone helped Navy gunners practice against high-speed targets without wasting expensive aircraft. Radical interceptor with sleek aerodynamic shape. Looked like something from a movie but never made it past prototypes. First pure jet landing on a US carrier. Beginning of a whole new era for naval aviation. Powerful twin-jet fighter seeing extensive Korean War action. Known for excellent high-altitude performance. Tiny parasite fighter designed to be carried inside heavy bombers. Daring concept proving too difficult to dock mid-air. Carrier-based fighter. First to carry radar-guided missiles. Key interceptor during the 50s protecting fleets. Heavy, long-range fighter flying at twice the speed of sound. Served as both interceptor and reconnaissance platform. One of the most successful and versatile fighters ever made. Served many nations, excelled in every mission from air combat to bombing. Specialized transport concept, based on short takeoff and landing design. Effort to bring big jet performance to smaller runways. Ending with McDonnell Douglas, 1967 to 1997. Experimental twin-engine helicopter built for the Navy. Pioneering design in the early days of rotary wing flight. Tiny ramjet-powered helicopter, looking more like a flying chair. Bold experiment in simplified vertical flight. Scarlet research jet, built to explore the sound barrier. Gathered vital data, helping pilots fly faster than ever before. Rocket-powered beauty. First aircraft flying at twice the speed of sound. Pushed aerospace engineering boundaries to the limit. Needle-nosed research plane, studying sustained supersonic flight. Underpowered, but provided critical high-speed stability data. Revolutionary design, combining helicopter rotors with pusher propeller. One of the first successful vertical takeoff and landing hybrids. Clever decoy missile, carried by heavy bombers. Designed to look like giant planes on enemy radar, confusing defenses brilliantly. Nimble, iconic light helicopter, used for everything from police work to combat. Egg-shaped design recognized worldwide. Undisputed master of the skies with perfect air-to-air combat record. Designed for total air superiority, achieved exactly that. Versatile unmanned aerial vehicle for surveillance and reconnaissance. Helped pioneer drone use on modern battlefields. Prototype transport using advanced wing technology for short takeoffs. Lessons learned led directly to the massive C-17. Ultimate attack helicopter, built to hunt tanks in any weather. Packed with sensors and heavy weaponry for maximum impact. First true multi-role fighter, switching from air to ground attack instantly. Became the Navy's face for decades. Vertical takeoff jet, providing close air support for Marines. Operates from small clearings or amphibious assault ships. Popular twin-engine airliner family, known for quiet cabins and efficient design, common sight at airports for years. Massive aerial tanker, based on the DC-10, refuels other planes while carrying huge cargo amounts simultaneously. High-performance version of classic helicopter, built for hot and high conditions. Favorite for light attack and scout missions. Two-seat Eagle, designed for long-range, high-speed strikes. Can fight its way in and out of enemy territory. Carrier-capable trainer, preparing Navy pilots for fighter cockpits. Tough and reliable teaching tool that gets results. Experimental Eagle testing highly maneuverable thrust vectoring nozzles. Helped researchers understand how to make planes turn even sharper. Features innovative NOTAR system using air instead of tail rotor. Much quieter and safer on the ground. Heavy three-engine airliner, improving upon the DC-10 design. Remains popular choice for global cargo carriers today. Stealthy prototype, competing for advanced tactical fighter contract. Incredibly fast, with very futuristic design. Massive transport landing on short, unpaved runways. Backbone of modern military logistics around the world. Modern light twin-engine helicopter, also using quiet NOTAR system. Widely used for emergency medical services and police work. Stretched light helicopter, providing more room and power. Also uses tail rotor-free NOTAR technology. Larger, more capable evolution of the original Hornet. Primary strike fighter for the Navy today. Small, remotely piloted aircraft testing tailless fighter designs. Proved planes could be highly maneuverable without vertical tails.